Welcome back. I got so famous from my 100 views. I got a response video, so that's pretty neat, I guess. Anyways, first critique that I will respond to.
Let's get straight into it. And already the title of the video is extremely inaccurate. Now, I've seen a lot of people make jokes about Pumpkin being a pedophile, call him the new Drake, which is, again, a very reckless and idiotic claim to make about anyone, especially the fact that the evidence in the video has zero value to what Pocket Cell's trying to insinuate.
The title was a joke. I get what you mean, but in general, it was a joke. I understand how, obviously, with the Drake situation happening, it's going to be perceived as him being a pedophile, which is totally a whoopsie-daisy. But to be fair with myself, that was not what the original title was going to be. But I figured that no one would click on that title, so I would rather just do the Drake thing, because it's funny as fuck. Thought it'd be taken as a joke since I drew fucking Pumpkin as Sans the goddamn skeleton. But, you know, r/whoosh, am I right, brother?
The part that generally confused me about that is the fact that you said that there was no reason for you to hate him for just being weird, but didn't hate him for being weird. And at first, I tried to come to the conclusion that you're talking about his actions that made you have a proper reason to hate him, which would have made sense if you actually used good evidence.
I never liked Pumpkin. I used to see, like, my mutuals, like, reposting his content when I would get him on my For You page, and I'd be like, I roll, because I never really fucked with him. I just never fucked with him. And now that he's having this whole campaign against him, I can now finally voice my opinion, and someone won't be like, hey, you're being mean. I just never liked him and his content. I thought that the fact that he makes suggestive works, and his audience is mainly showed up of minors, as he admits, and minors, as in the teenagers, as in the 16-year-old. I don't know why, but I guess when I say children, teenagers don't count, which is fucking crazy. I feel like teenagers should be part of that equation. Are they not minors? Are they not children? At the end, I showed, like, stuff that I found weird. For example, the BSMS stance, and then the photo of him chewing on the girl's belly. That was fucking weird. That was so unneeded. I found that weird. It is, to be honest, it is. That was gonna be it. I was just ranting at most about how I found his content weird. Speaking of children, my video was never made about the safety for them. I'm recording this a day later because I went to see the Deadpool and Wolverine movie before you did, losers. Now, this audio recording might be all over the place, but to be honest, I don't really care because, well, it's my video. I'm not used to talking, like, at all. The only people I talk to are those I'm comfortable with. So you can imagine that, this is a very new and, like, this is out of the box for me. Like, this is very new and untouched territory. And before we get more deeper into that, let's say two things.
Enough opinion. I respect you for that. Lazy cookie cutter bullshit. Have a single brain cell not knocking. People sell for more.
Why are you calling me a fucking idiot? Like, you don't have to be rude by critiquing me. You know, if you're being rude, people won't even notice your critique. If your classmate was critiquing you because you fucked up on a school project, you think you'd actually properly listen and keep saying you're lazy and you didn't do enough research about the fucking pharaoh? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Maybe don't do that because 9 out of 10, a lot of people are probably never going to listen to you. Don't worry, foreskin. I'd listen to you though. And second of all, my name is Pick Axel. I thought it'd be fucking easy because it's Pick and then the name Axel, but you know, fuck me, right?
Posting that post saying in erotic clothing and scenes were heavily normalized for young teens to consume at ages 11 to 13.
Now, when it comes to the, in addition, erotic clothing and scenes were heavily normalized for young teens to consume age 11 and 13, I could understand your theory that maybe he's adding on saying that, you know, this isn't, like, we need to, like, stop normalizing this stuff, right? But the thing is, Pumpkin doesn't help, like, at all. He himself is normalizing showing this type of material, suggestive material. It doesn't have to be porn, it's still suggestive. People of a young age, he probably shouldn't be posting this stuff, like, on a very public platform without any, like, real regard, because he's not helping the situation at all. If he wants to stop somehow of showing explicit or suggestive material to, he's showing suggestive material to those of 16 years of age. I'm seeing 16, but it's so clearly obvious that his fan base can also be younger, because do you see how they talk? Obviously that is not a 20-year-old, dude. If you want to go on this adventure saying that we have to stop normalizing this type of content of erotic clothing and these scenes and media, you probably shouldn't be doing the fucking same. Whenever I say minor or children, I mean the 16 to 17-year-olds. I don't care if that's barely legal or whatever you said, it's still a minor. I don't care that he was raised in Japan and now has to move over here, and he's not used to it. Because guess what? That excuse is so thinly veiled. It's not a proper excuse. It's a reason, but it's not a fucking excuse to be a creep still. Now, before you harp on me for calling him a creep, guess what? He kind of is by the way he fucking acts. He is weird, he's kind of creepy, and also, I've never ever called him a pedophile. You picked that up, and you don't even have evidence to prove it that I ever called him that. You just took it and now put false information about whatever came out of my mouth. I never ever said once that, yes, Pumpkin is a pedophile. Yes, a title could say that. Maybe I suggested it, maybe. But how poorly I spoke because I don't have proper bullet points. And I told you in the video, it's just rambling, me ranting. There's only 3 bullet points. But guess what? In those bullet points, there has never been one saying, oh yes, mention how Pumpkin is a fucking pedophile. Pumpkin mentions that he cannot, go fully 18 plus because his account has a lot of minors following him because he has almost 500,000, which is totally fair, but guess what? He could always make a new account. Of course, making a new account is not easy when you have a very popular platform, but when it comes to the safety, because you will care about this so much, because you care so much about this, right? The safety of minors is probably way more important than you losing an account with 500k. I'm getting near the end of the list of my bullet points because I really only took notice of things I found important, but if he needs me to respond to something else, I'll gladly be able to because, well, I'm pretty free. It's the fucking summer. Now, I'm just gonna comment on the hypersexual thing because I call him a sexual horny deviant because, well, he kind of is. But to be fair, I'm aware of this, by the way. I was always aware of his hypersexuality, but guess what? It's not a fucking excuse. Being hypersexual and posting that on main where you have 16 and 17-year-olds and possibly younger people in your audience is probably not cool. He has an 18 plus account. He has a private account for only people of age. But he still continues to post that. Of course, he's hypersexual. Maybe he's not thinking straight because of his big throbbing boner or whatever. But still, he has to take account that, yeah, him posting that on main is probably not cool and his hypersexuality is not a proper excuse. Because I've had this situation before with friends. They do something dumb and they blame it on something that they struggle with. It's a reason, but it's not a proper excuse. You still did the thing. You still did that. It's like how people with depression and anxiety, yeah, there's a reason, but there's not an excuse for you doing an attention-seeking act and then hurting someone, right? Anyways, that's kind of the end. My name is Pickaxel. Don't harass this guy because as much as he was kind of rude, it didn't really bother me that much. I just wanted to respond because, well, I was excited, to be honest, to get critique and then a response video, but I just noticed how he was just kind of rude throughout the whole thing. But I figured that, you know what, this is fun. You know, I really like making YouTube videos, and I want to emphasize that none of my videos, if I ever continue making more, will ever be serious. I'll never be like, guys, we had to lock in about this. I don't like that. I'm not a very serious person. I like having fun. I love having fun. I used to not have fun growing up, and now I'm having a lot of fun because I've grown up and I'm a cool guy, you know? Anyways, final words, I suppose. Number 1, hypersexuality isn't an excuse. 2, I struggle with talking. I hope you can notice. So if you need me to explain or elaborate more, feel free to ask and I'll gladly tell you. And 3rd, he's not in Japan, so I'm not going to take that excuse. It's kind of just bullshit. And 4, shout out to my Pookie. And there is no outro. Okay, bye. Wait. I saw how many views and how many subscribers I have now, and holy fucking shit, this is pretty overwhelming, and I really appreciate this, and I just want to say thank you so much to everyone and your nice comments, and honestly, it makes me a little emotional because holy fuck, everyone is being really nice to me, and I'm glad that people are understanding that this is very new to me. You know, I don't really talk to people besides people I'm really close with, so Thank you. I'm kind of busy due to the fact I do stuff for summer school because I have to retake credits because I'm kind of dumb. Anyways, I also have work. I work a lot. I work every single week. So yeah, but thanks. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. And just thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Anyways, there is no outro.